Hi, I'm John from SurfFX, and today we're having a look at the 2021 Starboard Pro. Now this is their top end surfboard. I ride this board myself. It's super fun, and it actually, this year's changes have been made a massive difference. So what have they done this year? First off, every size is a new shape. You can have a look here. Everything's shorter, usually 2 to 3 inches shorter, and everything's a little bit more rounded through the front end, and you've got a slight swallowtail in the back. So what has that done? That has let a little bit more rounded nose, so it's not so catchy. Still kind of the same wetted area, but it's also allowed the guys to make a little bit more of a dome deck. So having that more dome deck gives you a thinner rail. Having a thinner rail means less volume in the rail, and it's easier to just kind of surf it rail to rail. Really nice feeling, and you don't have to really dig it or really just push off the fins. You actually use the whole board to give you a nice bite. Through the rocker line of this board, they've got a nice kind of constant curve, again keeping it loose so you can rock it off the tail and you can get your weight forward a bit and trim it a bit better as well. Bottom shape, they've got a slight front concave, just a nice single, just to give it some nice lift and a bit of grip, and then through a double concave where it's going to channel the water through the fins a bit better. Fin wise, the outside fins on the thrusters are nice, they're right up by the rail again, so you've got plenty of bite on the rail of this board. And then that leads to the swallowtail, and swallowtails allow for a nice release. They almost like having two small tails of your board, so they go from one side to the other. They make that transition nice and easy. So number one thing on this board though is that new low rail, and it really lets this board sit in the pocket a little bit better and so use the whole rail to return. Really nice to get out of this up. And volume wise, they didn't have to compromise much because the dome deck kind of puts that volume a little bit into the middle of the board, so you're not having it too thinned out and too sinky. Size wise, you've got all new shapes this year. You've got 6 shapes, so we'll just put the link to the website in the description. Have a little look. Really well balanced. It's pretty much a board for everybody who wants to get out and surf on one of these subs. You've got some bigger stuff like a 9-footers with a bit of length to it, right down to the tiny little pros. Construction on these boards, you've got the blue carbon, which is nice and light, really quite rigid, but still it's got some give to it, so it's got a nice little feel to it when you kind of load it up. And then the new Starlight, which is what we have here. And this construction, you can see we've got a full deck sheet. It's Australian pine with the glass layup. Massive improvements over previous years. So particularly in weight. So you've got a really nice flex to the board, but the weight has come down dramatically. So these are, for being their price point option, their weight is pretty amazing. It's not much around that's like that for the money in the industry. Fin wise, they come with their nice eco glass fin. It's called bio resin. Really nice setup, and you can see the boxes. FCS2 boxes, so you've got a good range of options there, because of course standard FCS will fit the FCS2 boxes as well as the FCS2.